there, this is Kim from Riot Art and Craft and welcome to your creative space. In this video we'll be having a look at two types of brushes: synthetic hair brushes and bristle brushes. Bristle brushes are made of natural hair. Natural or animal hair brushes come in different densities and thicknesses, which ultimately creates different effects when using different types of paint. Bristle brushes in particular are made from hog hair and are generally the more inexpensive brush to buy. They're fairly coarse, quite springy, which means it holds its shape well, and this type of brush is mostly used with oils or acrylic paints. Now, a synthetic brush, which is generally made out of Teflon or nylon, are created to mimic natural hair fibres and can suit many mediums. The synthetic brush is made with a very tough, soft fibre that holds much more liquid than a bristle brush. Can you see here how the bristle brush doesn't pick up the watercolour pigment well? The bristles don't absorb as much liquid. So once I load my brush with water, it won't absorb much else. The synthetic brush, however, if I load this brush with water and then dip it into the watercolour pigment, look at how much more liquid is able to be absorbed and retained. And the colour is amazing. I'm going to try it again, just dip it in and yeah. You see the difference here? Natural hair brushes are better for oil paints, as the oil from the paint often conditions the brush hairs, keeping them soft and maintaining them. But not all animal hair brushes are just for oil paints or acrylic. There are some brushes called sable or squirrel hair which are really good for watercolours as they absorb much more water than your typical synthetic brush. Also, try and designate your brushes to your mediums and try not to cross over your brushes into the different mediums. Doing this really damages your brushes, especially if you're going from oil paints to watercolour. It's not fun to clean out. So if you typically want to show your strokes or show some texture in your paintings, in your acrylic or oil paintings, you can use natural hair fibres such as your hog hair, your bristle hairs, ox, camel. You can also use your synthetic brushes as well, which will just give it a much more softer texture overall. So ultimately, the type of brush that you use will generally come down to the style of painting that you want and the texture that you want in your painting. Now that is the video today on bristle brushes versus synthetic brushes. If you'd like to know more, please leave a comment below and hit subscribe, as this channel will give you many tips and tricks along the way in your artistic journey. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and happy creating.